Our favorite action shonen from childhood just keeps coming back to give us that nostalgic dose of adrenaline time and time again. Dragon Ball Z has been a fan favorite for the longest time ever. Even if the series throws the most out of the box stuff at you, you just can't help but love it to pieces for all it brings to the screen. But there are times when the series takes it a little too far and brings out stuff that makes zero sense whatsoever. So today, we're here to give ourselves a memory check and look back at 15 times when Dragon Ball Z made no sense. Let's get it. Number 15. Powerhouses from Dragon Ball being reduced to nothing. Dragon Ball brought forth names like Yamcha, Tien, and Chaozu that put on a hell of a show. But right when the series made the transition to the Z sequel, they all were reduced to nothing, with Yamcha becoming a living meme at this point thanks to the Cybermen. Plus, Nappa 3v1ing them to them being stuck with King Kai for an eternity just shows how the big names have fallen. Also, don't forget, Yamcha still died even when he had zero screen time during the Buu arc. Toriyama, that's just harsh. Number 14. Fusion Dance? Fusion Dance. Dragon Ball Z has a trend of introducing new abilities and forms with every arc. With the Buu saga, we got the Fusion Dance that made Buu look more vulnerable than ever. But when it came to the main big boy Saiyan duo, we just forgot it existed altogether and busted out the Patora earrings. Hello, why make the characters try the earrings and make Gogeta non-canon for 3 decades or so? Number 13, heavyweight clothing not being a thing anymore. None of us can forget about Goku and Piccolo giving heavy clothing a meaning we'd never forget. But after some time, the show just forgot about it altogether. Having a hard time fighting someone? Why not just throw away the 5-ton outfit that's weighing you down, huh? But then again, this is just anime, so let's just cut them some slack. Number 12. Vegeta wants to join after almost destroying the Earth and killing everyone? Why not? Even after Vegeta going on a rampage during the Saiyan invasion arc, and only becoming more of a menace during the Namek saga by bullying the kids, one thing that still boggles my mind to this day is how everyone was so cool just letting him join the crew all of a sudden. Man even wiped up Bulma and technically inherited Capsule Corp. Like, this didn't make no sense at all. Number 11, the student can fly, but the 3-century-old master can't. Even if we stop thinking about Krillin being a tiny annoying man and Roshi buffing up all of a sudden, one thing that's the strangest about these Earthlings is how Krillin is able to fly while Roshi, the one who trained the temple school prodigy, isn't. Like, shooting the turtle wave from those hands and making blood blast out of those nostrils doesn't get the job done most of the time. But flying might help. Number 10, the moon's acting up? Not a problem at all. The moon and the Dragon Ball series don't have the best relationship now, do they? Getting destroyed by characters just to appear once again over and over and over again. The laws of nature bear no significance in Dragon Ball since day one, but preventing our Saiyan kids from becoming King Kongs takes priority over maintaining the balance of life and nature itself. The moon has been destroyed multiple times and continues to come back in this series. And yeah, they've come up with some cockamamie schemes about, oh, it wasn't really the moon, or the Dragon Balls wishing on them made the moon come back, but it just don't make sense. We got one moon, and ain't nobody specifically wished for it to come back ever. How is it still there? Number 9, Krillin and Android 18? After all the carnage that Android 18 and the other androids caused, we're just gonna overlook and let Krillin use the Dragon Balls to make her a human and then wife her up and have a kid with her? That made zero sense. Who sanctioned this? And none of the other Z fighters thought that it was a little bit odd that this man decided to make a robot his wife? Stop this! Number 8, one punch is all it takes. The legendary Super Saiyan Broly finally showed us a villain that the Dragon Ball series had been lacking for a while. He was strong, cool, and gave the Z fighters the hardest time they'd ever witnessed at that moment. But even after him steamrolling every other character on screen for more than a good hour, Goku just twisting his punch made the green goo leave his body. Him getting lost in that black screen that defined our thoughts by the time we were done with the movie. Number 7, we discriminate when it comes to animals. Dragon Ball Z, the only show where 5-year-old kids can hunt dinosaurs just to make them into stew. But not all animals are the same. Some can talk, some can even fight head to head with some of the strongest opponents out there. You mean to tell me Oolong was able to talk a whole bunch of smack, but those dinosaurs couldn't yell at Goku or Gohan once? Blasphemous. Number 6, the kids going Super Saiyan. Vegeta and Goku had to go through a crapload of struggle, turmoil, heartbreak, destruction, and training just to obtain Super Saiyan. Goku almost got taken out by Frieza and watched his friends and an entire planet blow to smithereens just to obtain the form. And Vegeta basically had to lose all sanity and go train and cry in the rain to finally become a Super Saiyan. However, Goten and Trunks are able to just pop out of the womb in Super Saiyan form. It doesn't make sense. I mean, calm down. I know they literally didn't come out of the womb as Super Saiyans, but the fact that they're able to transform so quickly and with such ease, it just boggles my mind. Number 5, Dr. Gero. Now, every arc we get introduced to a new villain, of course, but Dr. Gero, he seems so intelligent, so smart, and he also turned himself into an android. But you mean to tell me that the androids he created, he never put in any type of failsafe switch or kill switch in case they turned against him? They were able to just nuke this man's head off of his body with no problem, despite the fact that he was their maker. I'm still baffled by this. Number 4, Vegeta letting Cell absorb Android 18. Vegeta and his Saiyan pride have always been a huge pain in the neck for the fans, but making Cell absorb 18 when he was clearly winning just for him to become the monster everyone feared makes us want to strangle Vegeta whenever that memory plays over in our heads. I mean, even Trunks was yelling at the top of his lungs, making his nut job of a father realize that it's not the best course of action, but Vegeta will always be Vegeta, full of ego, only for the results of his actions and decisions to come back and bite him in the ass. Number 3, Goku forfeiting the match against Cell. Goku's love of fighting has pushed a lot of Dragon Ball's plot, but some of it can lead to some wonky storytelling. During Cell's mostly pointless tournament, Goku goes up against the big man himself, and is evenly matched. He decides to forfeit the match, however, and put the spotlight on his timid son Gohan. That would have been a fine choice if he didn't then go on to give Cell a senzu bean. I can understand wanting to give your child a confidence boost when he's feeling low, but a tournament with a world at stake is not the time to do it. I guess I can forgive Goku for this one though, seeing as he sacrificed himself against Cell shortly after. Number 2, Hercule's blind following. If there's one thing you can take away from Dragon Ball Z, it's that everyone on Earth is dumb. After winning a martial arts tournament through cheating, Hercule is given the title of the strongest man in the world. After being completely clowned by Cell, he tells everyone watching the Cell games that they're using special effects to fly and shoot beams from their hands. Nobody, not even the camera crew on site, doubts this for more than a second. No matter how many years goes by and how many times the world is almost destroyed, everyone always believes that Hercule is the greatest. Why, you ask? Well, because he said so. Number 1, the Saiyans having tails doesn't matter anymore after the Saiyan Saga. The Saiyan Saga is integral to establishing some of the most important lore in the Dragon Ball universe. You learn 2 important things: a Saiyan with his tail and a full moon handy, and a full moon is a terrible combination. This allows them to utilize the Great Ape form, a terrifying, powerful weapon. Early on in the series, Vegeta transforms while fighting Goku. His tail is soon cut off and he is forced to return to normal. But it's a stark reminder for the Z fighters to make sure all Saiyans with tails in the future have them removed. Except it doesn't seem to matter all that much, or at all, because except for young Gohan rocking his tail before getting too deep into his training with Piccolo, we don't hear much about Saiyans, their tails, or the threats they pose again. It's almost as if they just wanted the audience to forget that Saiyans have tails altogether. And that's it for today, folks. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what your favorite fact about Dragon Ball Z is that doesn't make sense. And don't forget to like and hit the subscribe button. Also slap that bell notification icon so you never miss another update. Until next time, peace.